Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Lord of the Rings Online. We are going to be doing a skirmish today, because I kind of felt like it. I've kind of got to go through and look at the quests that I need to do. I realized I looked through all my Chetwood, well not my Chetwood, my little checklist, and I looked at Coombe in that checklist, and it looks like I've done all the non-prologue quests. I still actually have to go through all the prologue and main quests and tick those off because they're in a separate section. So that's something I still have to do, and I only just realized. But I do have to go around and see which ones that I need to actually, do. That might mean moving on to onto Stadl next, and also might depend on if I've done any of those certain prologue quests, and if I have, or if I can do them, because obviously I'm an elf character, and I'm not part of the the man storyline. I think there are some ones that I can't do there, but I think most of them we should be able to do, and so we're gonna have to go and, look through all those, do the ones that we need to do, stuff like that. So yeah, it's gonna be definitely a fun thing to do. And then I also need to, before next episode, hopefully get my new armor and jewelry. I said I was gonna do it, and then I completely forgot that I was gonna do it. So yeah, that's my fault, but hopefully it's not too bad. And yeah, so I've and today is not good. So, well, I planned to do some more quests, found out I couldn't, well, I need to work out which ones I need to do, and then tried to record this, and then I found out that my recording software wasn't working, so I'm now using another one. I was using Bandicam, now I've gone back to OBS for this one, because for some reason I can't record sound for some reason, which is kind of against the point. Obviously we want to be recording sound, both game and microphone, so yeah, don't know what's going on with that. I've got to kind of get that sorted out, and hopefully this time I don't screw up my recording with OBS, which is what I did last time. Okay, we finally got we've completed the defeat Dour Hand Stormkeepers, the basic one. Now we got the advanced one, which is going to be defeat 50 of more of them and get 500 marks for it, which is a lot for not too much, actually. Like, you're going to be getting marks anyway from the kills or from doing the skirmish that we're going to be doing. We're also going to get a ton of XP from doing that, so it's very good. Amity of the orcs or goblins, we actually get tactical and conviction bonus. That actually is a race trait, which we should be able to see in here. There we go. And it looks like for some reason these aren't showing. Maybe it's because I'm in battle. That might be the reason why. And we also get some 10 turbine points, which is very nice. And we also don't know if we get another deed given to us. I don't know if it's Emma2 of the Orcs 3. And we also have just got Goblin Slayer Advanced, 10 turbine points, Valor, 30 marks, and increased reputation. So that is actually a very good day for us so far. I think that's 20 marks, or 20 turbine points so far, which is, quite good, I'd say. I'd say it's not too bad. Obviously, any turbine points is a good amount of turbine points, because it means we can buy more expansions and also some trait slots and such. Like these cost I think 95. For example, this one will give us plus 20% induction movement speed. And off the top of my head, I don't 100% know which that would be, but I think it's maybe yeah. I think what it is plus 20% speed whilst we're moving during an induction of a skill. So obviously we have skill inductions like quick shot, and we can move during them, but we move fairly slow. Now I think that means we will just have a plus 20% speed increase, which might be good. And also once we unlock it, it's not like we can unlock it. We don't have to spend a point on it or anything like that. So that's good when it comes to that. It's just a case of unlock it for the points that we have, which I again think is 95, and once you've done that, you just have it forever. And you can also, if we switch to another trait tree, we'll have that first slot unlocked on there. But we obviously, like these, we have to get, when we get our next rank, so once we level up one more time, we will have the ability to get fleetness, which is on every harmful skill, which is attacks, we have a 10% chance to get a plus 10% increase to our speed, which is a fairly nice increase, especially if we're going to be running around the place. So we have by the end of hopefully a while, when we've got this trait here, we'll get at rank 5. You'll see we will get a plus 15% run speed to our already currently 15% run speed. So we'll have a 30% run speed, and then if we get that thing and we get our 10% chance for the plus 10%, we'll have a total of a 40% run speed in combat. I think it's actually out of combat, yeah, but I guess we could, like, if we kill an enemy and get it, we'll have a plus 40%. Might be good. Plus having a plus 30% speed increase is good as well, and also during inductions like this, when we're not actually, no, actually I guess that wouldn't work, but during those times we'll have a plus 30%. Ooh. I don't actually think I know. Okay, so we haven't got the guy up there, which I always forget the name of when he's not there, because I haven't got him to click on. So that's actually, I swear the one that's digging is probably the most common. It seems I seem to get him a ton more than I get other ones. And I run this this skirmish quite a few times, quite a lot, just because it's probably one of the easiest, I guess, to run, and because it's one of the offensive ones, it's just kind of, you can take time in between instead of the defensive ones. We got a 50 marks from that. We also got the 500 marks advanced deed given to us. We'll eventually get all those, which is good. It looks like the fact that we're getting all these at the same time shows that these enemies are fairly well given out, I guess, would be the way of putting it. So we're getting a lot of them very commonly, like we're getting each one as common as the other. Right, so let's now take this one, Eastern Hillside. We'll have a counter attack, which is perfectly fine, and we have a Raw Echoes from the Great Willow, which means we're going against Big Fright, I think. Get on Zealot of Pain, and wait for him to turn up. There we go. So, having a look at the trait tree that we have, we actually later in the game have a ton of really cool things. Actually, I say later in the game, it's actually around this area here that we get some really cool things. And the reason for that, I will say, is find the enemies. There they are. We get this plus in total at the end, plus 15% find path movement speed, which again pushes us up to a total of 30% run speed out of combat, which is very, very useful in definitely in areas where we can't use our horse. So later on in time, when we're in places like Moria, where we can't use our horse, that is very, very useful, because, well, I think the goat that they give you isn't the most quickest thing ever. I'm lucky on the character that I am there that I have a very fast goat from the treasure hunting thing that happened a while ago. I got one of those out of the treasures, so that is nice when it comes to that. So that's very good, as well as we also get stuff like this, Precision. That only has 2 ranks, but basically what it does is the Precision stance that we use now, which gives us +1 focus every 5 seconds whilst we're every 5 seconds, and then we keep it while we're standing still. This actually increases that amount at rank 2 instead to be 3 focus per second, per 5 seconds. So that means in 15 seconds we will go max here. That is not including going with these quick shots and stuff that give us focus as well. Those things will also give us focus tapped onto that. So, it just makes everything a lot easier. So let's take these 2 guys out. This should be fairly easy. Hopefully our healer is going to heal us up a tiny bit. What is this? It's not that much. Okay, so then we need to take out this guy. The one thing I do hate about this trait slot thing is the fact that we don't have sort of that Heartseeker very powerful attack sort of thing. It's more we have barrage as well as penetrating shot, but like this takes focus, and Heartseeker doesn't. Heartseeker is just a very powerful attack. At my current level, it does about 1,000 damage on my main character, which currently is I think level 54. I haven't played it in a while. So yeah, it's a very powerful attack that that basically has a very long cooldown, and we don't really have that right now. I guess we have Swift Bow, this one here, but it's not really that amazing. And also that is on the other trait tree as well. So as you can see, it does 2 attacks. Later on in time, very later on in time, we actually get an increased or an upgraded version of that attack, which actually instead does a 3 attacks. At obviously quite a higher damage because we get that at a higher level. So it does become probably a more useful skill later in time. But right now I've not really used it too much, and that's just because I don't find it the most useful in the circumstances that we find ourselves in. And hopefully from this skirmish we do level up today. I'm thinking we might either level up or be at least very close to leveling up. I don't think, like, considering we have 3,600 left, we get about 100 from each of the, well, I don't know how much we get from these lower enemies. We get 100 from those bigger enemies. Yeah, we're getting 100 from these guys, so that's like, I know there's 42, there's supposed to be 42 enemies in this skirmish, so obviously that's not going to be the thing, but at the end we obviously get the reward for finishing it, and I don't, looking at it now, we might not level up, which is going to be kind of saddening. But we'll at least be very close to it, which is good, because obviously, as I've shown on the trait tree that we have, we're actually 1 level away from getting to the next tier of powers, and obviously we get those each. We get 1 point every odd level, and we are currently on an even level. We're getting very close to getting to level 25, which is obviously an odd level. So that is actually one of the main reasons that we are doing these sort of things, is because a lot of the time we are currently doing a lot of low-level class or low-level quests from earlier on in the game, obviously to get them completed. So those guys are giving us, I think the last couple of quests give us about 44 XP, which is not going to level us up. I mean, the entire quest gives us about the same as a low-level enemy in this skirmish. So 1 enemy is the same as doing a quest, and obviously killing 1 of these guys is a lot easier than just completing 1 quest, which is a lot of the time now at these lower levels, a lot of go here then go here sort of things. And you know, it's easier to do these to level up, but obviously we want to get all some of the cooler items that we get from these quests that we get, and stuff like that. Now these guys are taking not a long time particularly to kill, but at the same time they're not being the most easiest to kill, and hopefully that is something that we can improve on by getting some higher level jewelry. Now I haven't actually looked at the jewelry yet, and that's actually something I meant to do, and hopefully I'm gonna get to do in between episodes. But what might happen is, as I said, I don't know everything about the jewelry, even though my main class is a jeweler. I don't know if it's level 24 items or level 25. If they're level 25, I'll wait a bit. Actually, if they're also level 26, I'll probably wait a bit and just do a few skirmishes every so often, you know, or stuff like that. I don't know. I kind of need to get to that stage where I'm getting to that bit more higher level. So I don't know. Right. So there we go. We got 1,710 XP, which means we are 308 XP away from completing this, from getting to the next level. We've got a veteran recruit thing, and unfortunately we didn't level up, but it does give us hope for the next episode, because depending on certain things, what quests we do, for example, we might be at a different area that gives us more XP. Is that a... Can I sell stuff to you? Can I sell stuff to you?
How may I help you?
Okay. We might be at doing some quests that give us, or either enough quests that they're going to level us up, or the quests are just going to give us enough that one or two are going to give us enough levels to level up, or enough XP to level up in total. So let's get rid of a few of these things that we don't need. So we've got some age traps. We actually do need those. Just generally, they're a nice thing to have. Some light hides, don't really need those. And some of these other things, these can all stay. So we're actually nearing 7 gold, which is pretty nice. But that's going to be it for today, guys. So thanks for watching this episode. Hope you enjoyed. Next episode, we might be moving on to Staddle, or maybe going back to do some more quests if we haven't completed them and I haven't realized that, or maybe do some main level quest and hopefully leveling up fairly soon. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.